We've got good news. So over the last couple of months, we've talked about Toys Wonderland.
And they are a bunch of
I've had a very hard time getting my money back, upwards of like 1,000 doll hairs.
Why don't you start from the beginning and quickly explain what exactly happened, what you were purchasing, when all this went down, what happened.
All right. Is this for you to like beat me up again about this?
No, it's for them to know if they're new to the channel or hadn't followed along.
They could just go watch the videos for Christ's sake, but fine.
Chris is gonna link the past videos in the description below.
Why the f do you always sign me up for shit like this? So the item that I pre-ordered from Toys Wonderland is this.
It's a DeLorean from Back to the Future. It's a Hot Toy.
Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future 2.
Come on. What's wrong with you?
Why do they have a new car in Back to the Future 2?
It's not a new car. It has a hover conversion. It was actually at the end of part 1, so you're sort of right.
I'm always right. Anyway.
So to make a long story very short, I went on to Toys Wonderland trying to pre-order this DeLorean because typically if you pre-order from Toys Wonderland, you get the item a lot sooner than people in the United States when they order from Sideshow. So I wanted to get it in early so we can make a video right here on the channel showing it off maybe for the first time in a lot of cases. Well, that didn't happen. I put in my down payment, it started rolling, taking all the payments out, and I thought that by the time it was paid off, we would have a DeLorean, and that's not the case. They kept pushing the DeLorean back, and it was like January, they're telling me it's coming in February, and then when February came, it's coming in March, and then March came, and now it's coming in July, and then when April comes, they're like, it might come in June now. So they were all over the place, and it got really, really frustrating, and I decided it's time to cancel this sumbitch.
Well, towards the end of it, after they collected the final payment, they decided that they were going to collect over $300 in shipping fees, which is fine. I mean, it came to around the same price as if you would have ordered it from Sideshow. That was a lot of money in shipping fees. And that's important to know in this case.
So I went to Toys Wonderland to try to get my money back. And I ended up getting back the shipment money. Like, they wouldn't give me any of the other money. They gave me the shipment money. And it was basically like, hey, you pre-ordered this, and now you could put this money towards other items. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to buy anything from you because you can't deliver.
Well, here's another question. How are they going to deliver it if they gave us the shipping back?
I don't know. I think they wanted me to use it as store credit in the store and to buy other things and not the DeLorean.
Okay, but then how were you going to buy other things if they didn't give you the rest of your money back and only gave you the shipping money? So they're not shipping it because they gave you the money for the shipping back, but they're also
wanted to give me store credit, Heather. That's what they're trying to do.
But they didn't give you store credit for the DeLorean.
But that's what they were trying to do. And I told them they ain't doing that.
Oh, I get it.
Son.
I get it.
Yeah, so I ended up telling them no.
Well,
and then
why would you trust them if they couldn't even deliver the DeLorean?
I just said that.
I know.
Number one. And number two, can I tell the story?
I'm adding to the story. It's for them.
Anyway, I emailed them and they told me I needed to get with their cancellations department. And they gave me the email for the cancellations department. So I emailed the cancellations department.
Question, how come the regular department can cancel the shipping payment, but they can't cancel the rest of it?
Because the cancellation department is an empty void and your emails go nowhere. I figured that out pretty fast. Yeah, so basically I kept sending emails and it was going nowhere. So I decided it's time to go to my bank. Let's just shut this whole shit down. I went to my bank.
You went to PayPal first.
I went to PayPal first, and PayPal told me to go f myself.
Yeah, you went through
PayPal.
You went through PayPal, and they pulled it out of our bank.
Right. So then I went to our bank, and I basically pleaded my case to the bank. And I said, look, there is an influencer out there getting a bunch of people to buy from Toys Wonderland, saying that they're really great, and you'll get all the items that you order. But everybody that orders from Toys Wonderland were getting screwed left and right. Now, there were some people in between that were getting their items. They referred to Toys Wonderland as a trusted source, but that wasn't true in my case, and it wasn't true in many other cases. So when I explained to them that they're a scam company, because I called them that, I said they're willing to give me store credit, and they're not even responding to any of my emails. And by the way, they're in China or Hong Kong. So there was no real way to like just call them. On top of it, I ended up using our debit card instead of a credit card. That's a big problem. Never use your debit card to buy things overseas. I learned that the hard way. Apparently, it's a lot harder to get your money back.
Oh, really?
Apparently. Wow. I was actually kind of yelled at by the person at the bank. They told me, what are you doing? Why'd you do that? Never do it again. And I was like, I'm sorry. My apologies. Here's all the information that you need.
Oh, why is she yelling at you? She never told you not to do that before.
Look, I deserved a spanking, and a spanking I got. And I'm okay with that.
She did what to you?
Oh, it was a tongue lashing.
What's her name? Now keep in mind that this was a pre-order, and how far in advance did you pre-order?
Oh God, it was like a year.
In case you live under a rock, like Patrick Star, don't you dare cut that out of the video. I love that joke.
I cut it out of almost every single video.
He does. And it's so annoying because I love that joke. When you try to do a chargeback, generally, depending on your bank, it's like 30 to 90 days is all that you have. So the fact that it had been a year or more is crazy.
Well, that's basically what they were telling me. The person I talked to at the bank, which is why she was reprimanding me and giving me very heavy spankings.
Okay. I'm gonna have a problem.
Overusing the debit card. And she was absolutely right, by the way, by giving me very heavy spankings, very lofty spankings for using the debit card. You should never use a debit card. I'm telling you that right now. Don't do it.
Well, use your debit card, but don't use it for sketchy transactions or overseas
I wouldn't even use it online. Like, don't use your debit card online because that's a direct connect to, like, your bank account. So use a credit card. Credit card is the best way to go. It actually has the better protection. So there is my seal of approval.
Watch a bunch of, like, bankers come after you and tell you you're wrong.
Good. Let them. Come at me, dog. So I ended up having to give a bunch of documentation to the bank. I had to do like a full email write-up. The documentation included basically like PayPal charges, which proved all the payments, and then also emails showing that I tried to get the money back, and also the responses from Toys Wonderland. So those are sort of all the things that you're going to need. But there was one thing that I missed, and I cannot remember what the bank teller told me over the phone, but there was something that she needed me to do that I didn't do. And I think it was to go onto the bank's website and maybe also send it that way. Like there was some sort of messenger on that.
But why do you send it both ways?
I don't know. To this day, that is one of the big question marks that I don't understand about this story. However, the bank ended up sending me a bunch of mail stating that I was not getting my money back. And that really bummed me out because I'm thinking, I spent all this money. This company is obviously scamming people. A lot of people have been affected. We get comments on our Toys Wonderland video more than any other video.
We got one this morning.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We get them all the time because people are facing the same exact issue and they're trying to find out, how do they get out of this? How do I get my money back? And I wondered the same thing. I did research and I couldn't figure it out either.
Hey, really quick, in case you're wondering about all of that, we're going to give you more tips towards the end of the video after Chris tells us this story that he said was going to be very short. You yell at me about how long my stories are, but here you are telling like a really long story.
So when I received that mail telling me I wasn't getting my money back, I had to reach out to the bank again. And I basically stated, hey, I went through all this stuff in order to get my money back. I was told on the other line that it most likely would happen. What happened? They basically told me that I didn't send it the right way. The messages didn't go the right way. So I resent them exactly the way that the bank teller told me over the phone. I feel like I got a better bank teller. I think that was a big part of it.
Probably, but also they extended it. They allowed you to like do it even though even more time had passed.
So months ago, I put in all that information and I wondered, when would we see that money? Like, when would it actually happen?
Or was it going to happen? Because at that point, I was like, it ain't happening.
We thought it was not going to happen.
And not just that, I didn't think it was the bank. I thought Chris probably missed another step because he's stupid.
But today I came home, I had a stack of mail, I opened them up, and guess what, baby?
What?
Got that money back. Ching,
what?
ching,
oh!
baby, come on. I got my money back, guys. So for those out there who have purchased from Toys Wonderland pre-orders, never received your stuff, there is hope after all. And I highly recommend that you go to your bank directly and try to work it out with them. If you use PayPal, most likely PayPal will not work for you. PayPal didn't work for me because I believe it was some sort of time limit. it sort of a deal, but my bank was really cool about it and they got us all of our money back. And I believe it was right around the $1,000 range.
The reason you got a huge sack of mail was because they were taking them out in payments. So our bank was basically saying, hey, this payment of, what was it, like $100 is being refunded. This payment of $100 is being refunded, etc., etc. I mean, the sack was friggin' huge.
The only reason why I did this is because I didn't know if that DeLorean would show up here in the States and then I could just cancel Toys Wonderland eventually and then buy it here and get it quicker. It was whoever could get it to me faster. By the end of it, it was like, you know what? I'll just stick with Toys Wonderland. I'm just going to get it from them. Everything's going to work out. And when I realized it wasn't going to work out, we put the kibosh to that.
Yeah.
But now I got my DeLorean. See, I got my DeLorean now. See?
Yeah, we got that from...
Hold on. I got it right there.
Yeah. We got that from Sideshow.com, which you never should have strayed from. We order all of our Hot Toys at either alltimetoys.com, which is a store local to us.
They're
they are
awesome.
amazing.
Order from them.
Yes, or sideshow.com. They are amazing as well. We highly recommend both of those stores. They are located within the United States. Both are very reputable. Sideshow is an authorized retailer of Hot Toys where Toys Wonderland is not. We've actually heard multiple stories, and the one that people keep reciting, and it's a little bit convoluted. Basically, Toys Wonderland doesn't even get their Hot Toys from the source. They get their Hot Toys from people who they send out to buy Hot Toys.
Yeah, from the store.
Yeah, and
they
then
stand in line for it.
Yeah, and then they give them to Toys Wonderland, and then Toys Wonderland ships it to you. It's a really bizarre situation. So that's just hearsay. I don't have any proof of that, but that is a story we've heard time and time again. Really bizarre.
Do not order from Toys Wonderland. I can't tell you enough.
I don't care if your best friend ordered from them and got their product. One of our very close friends ordered from them multiple times, got product.
Don't do it.
And then the last order he got completely screwed him over.
Something really bad's happening with them. I don't know what it is, but there was a very popular influencer who was connected to Toys Wonderland, which is how they got sort of popular and blew up.
Yeah.
And he ordered from them all the time, and he basically told you, go and order from Toys Wonderland. So maybe at one point in time, they were really good, and they were reputable, and he was saying the right thing. But over the course of time, things started looking kind of ugly, and I think that it definitely did not help him. I think a lot of people came down on him for that.
They did, but what if him recommending it to people is what got them to the point where they are today, where they got so many orders they just couldn't keep up with them?
Whatever the case may be, if they couldn't keep up, they should have totally stopped accepting any orders.
Oh, I agree.
And trying to process the ones that they already had in their laps.
Yes.
But you know how business works. People see the big money signs, so they just keep going and keep going and keep going until they can't go no more. But Heather, you received an email the other day stating a way to get your money back besides the one that we've already offered up by going through your own bank.
Highly, highly, highly recommend contacting your bank and explain what happened. Just say, listen, this is not a normal purchase. This is a pre-order. Make sure that you've already contacted them, Toys Wonderland, and said, hey, I'm requesting a full refund and cancellation of this order. I want my money back. If they offer you store credit, do not accept it. You cannot trust them. They cannot be trusted. They will not be trusted. If you trust them, I can't help you. Do not trust Toys Wonderland. Do not accept a store credit. Only accept a full refund. And if they give you to a cancellations department, say your cancellations department is bull. I don't want your cancellations department. I want you to refund me my money because you know how to do it, motherfucker.
Ooh.
And if they say no, then just say, okay, go into my bank. And then go to your bank and explain, listen.
That was very aggressive.
I know. They are scamming people. It is known. Link them to this video. Link them to our past video about how there are so many people getting scammed. They can read comments about it if you need to. I don't know if a bank will take that as evidence, but hopefully they take, at the very least, your word and screenshots of those emails so that they can give you your money back. Hopefully it does work. If it does not work, some somebody reached out to us.
Hold on, I have one caveat, one note. One piece of information that you want to include when you do reach out to your bank, let them know that they have been scamming the community and a lot of other people are affected. I mentioned that, and I remember the bank teller saying, oh no, that's not good. We're going to look into this. So
Yeah.
I think that was a big help in this entire scenario. So definitely make sure you add that to your emails to them.
Yeah, well, that's why I mentioned a YouTube channel. I mean, if their bank can't trust us, who can they trust?
Before we give you this pertinent information, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and also hit the little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post new content. We come here with some funny content. We also give you very helpful information like we're giving you in this video. And make sure you check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast. Check it out and find all the ways you can support us.
Okay, so basically what is happening at this point in time is people are reporting Toys Wonderland to Hong Kong Customs. And basically what the goal is to allow Hong Kong Customs to see just how big this scam is so something can be done. And everyone is very hopeful that something can be done about this situation if enough people do speak up. So the person who emailed us did mention that they are still waiting for a solution. However, they are very hopeful they will get one. So if you have been wronged by Toys Wonderland, please, please, please do as I'm about to instruct you. Chris and I have sent an email as well, even though our situation was taken care of, just to add to that, just so Hong Kong Customs knows that people are not getting what they ordered from this company. The person who emailed us noted that if your order is still on pre-order, don't bother sending them an email because it doesn't matter if it's still on pre-order. But if it's showing in stock and it should be shipped, but Toys Wonderland simply isn't sending it out, that's when you send an email to Hong Kong Customs. So there are 2 email addresses you want to send emails to, and you can CC them or send separate emails. One is crime report at customs.gov.hk, and the other is TDO_assess_info at customs.gov.hk. Now, I have not seen this post on Reddit, but the person wrote back to us and said that they saw on Reddit that Toys Wonderland seems to be shifting their business to another shell company and restarting the whole scam.
Wow.
It is more important than ever to report them to Hong Kong Customs. Hopefully they figure out whoever owns this business and keeps them from getting into another business, because it seems like the goal is to potentially scam more people. So if you have been scammed by Toys Wonderland and your item has not been shipped and it is marked as in stock, letting them know will bring it to their attention, and hopefully something major can be done and whoever is behind this can be stopped. Will it get you your money back? I'm not sure, but that is the hope.
In fact, I think everybody who's been scammed by Toys Wonderland, if you got your money back or not, should totally reach out to these emails and let them know of your story. Everybody needs to tell their story so we can shut them down, and we can also shut down this shell company. Hopefully, it's not built yet. I don't know much about it. We haven't gotten any other information. If you know more information about this, please comment down below or email us Gastlecast@gmail.com. Thank you so much for staying until the very end of the video. We really appreciate all of your support. In this video, we'd like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon because we love them so much and appreciate all of their continued support. Tasha White Barnes, Greg Malley, Stationary Wanderer, Brian Spears, Mark Wright, Veronica Knotts, Harley Malk, Nathan Maidment, Devontae McFarland, and Wayne Garber. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys are amazing. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and also that bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. We post new content every single day, and we go live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss out on that. We have a blast there. Make sure you check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast to find out all the ways that you can support the channel. We do a Zoom call every single month, hanging out with all of our patrons. We do giveaways. We show you Mischief Toys content that has never been seen before, amongst other things. So come and hang out with us. It is a blast.